Let's troubleshoot and ultimately fix this radon reduction system. This is basically a fan that just goes into the floor into your basement most likely, and it just exhausts the radon out. I have a radon meter in my basement. It went off a few times during some heavy storms, and what I noticed is that little meter you have, I think it's called a hydrometer, the pretty much were like lined up, so kind of telling me that this is not doing well. So let's troubleshoot it. Hopefully it's an easy fix for you, and for my case it's catastrophic, but I'm going to go through the steps of how to fix this. First thing you want to do is see if you have a clog. The easiest way to do that is to first come out here, do a visual inspection, see if you hear anything, if it's sounding any kind of weird. And if everything sounds good, you need a 5/16 most likely. You just need to unscrew these little bands that you have here. It's installed very simple. You're looking for a clog. So you can put it like this and look inside, and if you don't feel like a massive amount of new air, or it doesn't sound like it's actually moving more air, you still see that that water is still in the same level, then you don't have a clog most likely. Most likely it's your fan. All right, the next thing you can do is see if you're getting 120 to the unit. So basically you just would take all these, you want to put on a multimeter to the white and to the black. Sometimes if you lose a leg or something goes on, something weird, you have less than 120 volts and the fan will actually run low. So that's what was happening in my case. The fan was running really low. You still have 120 running to it. The other thing it could be is, most likely it's not, but this is a capacitor in here. And you go on Amazon, you just click in or type in the model number and you can get a new capacitor. I tried to replace the capacitor, did nothing. And I kind of knew that. I just wanted to replace it because it was 11 bucks. Figured maybe it's something to do with the capacitor. Capacitors are only used usually to start a motor. So like your HVAC and your pool pumps, they all have capacitors in them that go bad from time to time. And if it's just like humming and the fan doesn't seem like it's starting, it could be a bad capacitor. In my case, it was just running slow, so I'm pretty sure it wasn't a capacitor, but it wasn't. So, and to replace the capacitor is actually really simple. You just basically plug and play, pull these off. So I checked all of those things. None of those things was the issue. 120 capacitor or blockage. So now that leads me to believe that it's the fan. So in this video, we're gonna replace the fan. So this is the new fan, all right? I got this off Amazon, 150 bucks. I will put a link to these down below. But what I would do is just basically look at your unit and just buy the same exact one. You could see the model number there. I typed this model number on Amazon and it pops right up. Just check, I'm pretty sure the power is off. So in this case, we're just gonna unplug the power, right? Undo all the wires. Okay, now we're unplugged. All right, just put them in the same orientation. We'll take this one off. We can use the same couplers. You could buy new ones, but no reason. I'll leave them a little loose. So now what we can do is we can just take this, put it over here. Wires back through. I noticed this doesn't have a ground, so we're just gonna cap the ground. Now it's a matter of black to black. And in our case, we're just gonna push this ground into that plastic housing. I'm gonna cap it off, but not really required. And then we can push this one down there and out of the way. I saw the speed the fan was going when it was open like this before I replaced it. So I'm actually gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go turn it on and see what the speed is. I should feel a lot more air coming out. These fans are designed to run 365 days, 24 hours a day for 5 to 10 years. Mine's about 5 years old. It shouldn't have gone bad yet, but it is sitting in direct sun all day long, and I think that does kill these fans. And I also did have a bat actually fly in there about a year ago, and it actually got stuck in there and you could hear it. So I think this might have been messed up for about a year. This is where mine is. It's up in my closet. Sometimes they hardwire them directly to your breaker box, so you might have to play around to figure out how to turn this thing off or turn the power off to it. That's where mine is. Obviously, yours will be in a different spot. Oh, I can already tell you. Oh, I can already tell that this is blowing a lot more air. I could hear it when I opened the door. So that was 100% what the problem was. It was definitely the fan. All right, so all we have to do is put this door back on. We could do this actually while it's running. I don't want this blowing like too much radon into my face. So I'm gonna connect this in. So what I like to do is do the top first, right? Just hold it up. we are good to go. All we have to do now is put this cap on. This cap is like weatherproof. It's got some nice plastic in there. It can only go one way. Nice and tight. That is how you troubleshoot and ultimately replace a Radon fan. I'm gonna get out of the sun, it's hot. I'll put a link to this down below. I'm Mike, Family DIY TV. I make all kinds of videos like this, DIY stuff. I hope you got some help out of this video. If you did, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you have anything like this or you have any questions. I'm Mike, and I'm Radon Fan out.